And I had a feeling of great triumph and victory.
Let the truth be told. Want the truth, you came to the right show. Talk to me, tell me what's going on. Alan and DJ, we talk about back in the day to up to date. And you know it's nothing but love and no hate. FD Reese, give us the okay. Okay, let's go. Welcome to the Lineage Show. Okay, let's go. The Lineage.
From the front line of that march, to my left, marched Jose Williams holding his ball. I marched next to him. This is King marched next to me. Dr. King marched next to her. On the way to the Capitol, to hear Dr. King make that speech that day. I sat on that platform, looked out over that sea of humanity, and I had a feeling of great triumph and victory. After having gone through all of the indignities, all the sacrifices, not all seemed
Yes, here we are. Welcome to the Lineage Podcast on this Thursday. It's always good. We appreciate y'all coming, joining us on this thankful Thursday. Get my words mixed up. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everyone's having a good week. Once again, we appreciate y'all joining us on this Thursday Lineage Podcast. Why are we the Lineage Podcast, or why are we called the Lineage? Simply because we are 2 out of the 3 of the grandsons of the Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese, the chief orchestrator of the voting rights movement. Say it with your chest. We got receipts to prove it. If you don't know who F.D. Reese is, listen, don't fret, because guess what? He has an autobiography, and you can pick it up. It is on Amazon right now. It's called Selma's Self-Sacrifice. This is the cover right here. You can get it on Amazon right now as we speak. It is the autobiography of Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese. It tells about his childhood, his life, how he met his wife, voting rights movement, grandkids, the whole nine. Written by himself and Miss Kathy Walters. So you don't want to not have this book in your repertoire. If you're an avid reader, please get this book, the Reverend Dr. Frederick D. Reese. You about to say something, bro?
Yeah, I said you kind of went in your vocabulary a little bit and kind of stretched you a little
Yeah.
bit. I heard
Yeah. And if you haven't booked the FD Reese historical tour, and my brother been holding it down. We had a tour Monday and we got one tomorrow, so he's gonna be there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if you haven't booked it, please book it. It's on TripAdvisor and Vider. Right now, book that tour. Got everything. Go ahead, bro.
That tour started at 12 noon. I'll do this. If you in Selma, Alabama tomorrow at 12 noon, you want to come to this tour, come on anyway. The doors are open. I ain't even gonna charge you. Work. Especially since y'all see what's going on with SNAP and you see this vote, learn your history. Now y'all who say vote don't matter, vote don't count, all this, yeah, accountability didn't hit it.
Yes, sir.
Real good. Let's see this accountability happen when it SNAP expire, and you see like, oh, okay, I see how the federal government affects my life or my family life. Some of us, we too good for our own good, and we don't really care about other folks and say just because we're not on SNAP or whatnot, we don't really care about it. But we got family members who's on it, and they're gonna be hitting you up.
Mm-hmm.
Help. But it goes down to a vote. So
right.
But if you in Selma, Alabama, come on, and you know, MJ, I don't mean to get off subject.
Go ahead.
What's the young man who made the little thing about Collins? And I reached out to him. I told him come do a tour, and I want to get back on here and show y'all how racism is. Now I extended an olive branch to him.
Yes.
No response, MJ.
No response.
And I'm gonna extend it again. I'm in Selma. I know you watch the podcast. I know you be on my page because I've seen you in my story. So I want to let you know that tomorrow at 12 noon at 1566 Marie Foster Street, I'll be hosting a tour. And once again, I'm sending an invite to you to come sit down and have a conversation with me. And I'm doing this because I want all the other white folks on the fence in Selma to show you that I'm not arrogant. I want to have a conversation, a logical conversation, and he still won't. So I want to show y'all who you dealing with. So when he started talking that nonsense on Facebook and Instagram and at the city council meeting, all that, keeping up all that mess, he's hiding behind his racism. And he would not have a conversation with Alan Marcellus Reese in Selma, Alabama. So I don't want to hear from the other white people about how bad stuff is and we ain't getting together and coming together, because I am trying to start a conversation with him and he would not come to the conversation, MJ. So I just wanted to get that out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Now, book the FD Reese historical tour. Like my brother said, he will be there tomorrow at 12 noon. If you're in Selma, please swing by there to get some knowledge about that. Now, we also have the Selma in Atlanta tour, which we have one booked, I think, right before Christmas.
Yes,
so book that. That's also on Viator. So it's pretty much connecting Selma and Atlanta, pretty much connecting Granddad and Dr. King. And we're gonna show again, like we do in Selma, we showing how the marriage work, how Selma and Atlanta work together. And so it's good we're doing it here in Atlanta.
And one of the reasons why, MJ, I'm sorry for cutting you off again.
No, go ahead, bro.
Explain a little bit more in depth.
Yeah.
We got to put some respect on Selma name. So many people disrespect Selma. They go to the bridge and that's all they know, and they go to the Jubilee and they get a couple police sergeants and they leave and they're not educated. Mm-hmm. So the reason we decided to do a Selma in Atlanta tour, so people can understand how important Selma was, how organized Selma was in Atlanta, needed Selma just as much as Selma needed Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we putting some respect on Selma name when we doing these tours, man. So y'all support us, please.
Yeah. Go ahead, get locked in. We got a few topics today. We'll start 7,500. And I know y'all don't know what that means, but we're gonna 7,500. That number is significant. That's one of the topics. 7,500. Another one, are natural born women. I edit that. Are natural born women being disrespected? That's a question. Are natural born women being disrespected? And last but not least, how soon is too soon? By Teddy Pendergrass. And me and Alan are both music lovers, music creators. So we're gonna go through the lyrics and base the topic around a Teddy Pendergrass song. How soon is too soon? But before we get into those topics and all of that, y'all already know what time it is. First, it is First Nurse Kimberly Reese with her health topic for this week. She sent her footage because she be in the field doing First Nurse things. So she sent her footage. So without further ado, we're gonna give First Nurse Kimberly Reese her time to shine and help the community out, help us with our health, and then we'll get into those topics. So First Nurse Kimberly Reese.
In America, sugar was once known to be a luxury delicacy item, only being consumed every once in a while on reserved holidays and special occasions and celebrations. But now sugar is consumed almost daily by the average American, whether it's by way of beverages such as sodas, teas, coffees, or pastries, such as cookies, candies, cake, muffins, donuts, and pies, especially during this season and upcoming season that includes the different festivities such as fall festivals, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Sugar will be highly consumed. Ironically, during this season and the seasons to come, it is also known to be the flu season. Not only is the flu season linked to weather changes, but did you know that there is a strong correlation between sugar consumptions and the flu season? According to CareStationMedical.com, research suggests that constant high sugar intake can lead to chronic inflammation, which can weaken the immune system's ability to fight off infection. Chronic inflammation places stress on the immune system, and this promotes bacterial and viral overgrowth in the gut, resulting into bacterial and viral infections. Sugar also prevents the white blood cells from functioning properly, which are essential in fighting off infections. In closing, let's stay healthy by being mindful of our indulgence of sweets, portion control, daily exercise, and choosing healthier alternatives such as fruits and veggies. And this is your First Nurse with your weekly dose of health information. Have a blessed day, everyone.
We appreciate First Nurse Kimberly Reese. Look, she was jamming a little bit on that too. Appreciate First Nurse Kimberly Reese with the groove and the information. Yeah, y'all already know what time it is. November 1st is tomorrow. So y'all know these next 60 days, a lot of us are going to be indulging in a lot of food coming up here. Don't hurt yourself and watch that sugar intake. Like First Nurse Kimberly Reese said, there's the correlation between high sugar consumption and the flu season. So we know it's around that time where both of them come simultaneously or at the same time. So let's keep it all together, y'all. Let's not go overboard this year. I know we probably say that every year, but you know what we do. You know what time on that second, third plate. You know what time it is. Okay, let's get into our topics. First topic, I guess we'll go. Let's do 70. Yeah, let's do 7,500. Let's do 7,500. I know bro sent me this topic. Matter of fact, I'll read a little bit. 7,500. U.S. will limit number of refugees to 7,500 and give priority to white South Africans. The Trump administration is going to restrict the number of refugees it admits into the United States next year to the total level of 7,500, and those spots will most likely be filled by white South Africans. The low number represents a dramatic drop after the U.S. previously allowed in hundreds of thousands of people fleeing war and prosecution from around the world. The administration published the news on Thursday in a notice on the Federal Registry. No reason was given for the drop in numbers, which are a dramatic decrease from last year's ceiling set under the Biden administration of 125,000. The Associated Press previously reported that the administration was considering admitting as few as 7,500 refugees and mostly white South Africans. The government memo said only that the admission of the 7,500 refugees during 2026 fiscal year was justified by humanitarian concerns or is otherwise in the national interest. Hold on, let me get this. This figure had previously been reported after documents about the plans were leaked. One more. This is what the senior fellow American Immigration Council said. She said, this decision doesn't just lower the refugee admission ceiling, it lowers our moral standing. For more than 4 decades, the U.S. refugee program has been a lifetime for families fleeing war, persecution, and repression. at a time of crisis in countries ranging from Afghanistan to Venezuela to Sudan and beyond. Concentrating the vast majority of emissions on one group undermines the program's purpose as well as its credibility. Aaron Rechlin Melnick, a senior fellow at the American Immigration Council, posted on X. He wrote, since the U.S. refugee program was created in 1980, it has admitted over 2 million people fleeing ethnic cleansing and other horrors. Now it will be used as a pathway for white immigration, with a downfall for a crown jewel of America's international humanitarian programs. I'll let you take that. Go ahead, take this one.
You know, they doing what I expect, you know, them to do. If you look at what's been going on the last couple of years, even with the Joe Biden administration, with the Ukrainians coming in, MJ, it seems, you know, a lot of them sent the Haitians back. It seems like it's a even Republican Democrats. It's some colorism going on with these refugees, MJ.
Yeah.
And I'm like I said, Trump ain't the first one to do it. Joe Biden and them did it. I was picking up, which y'all know we have our own car service, so we was picking up a lot of the Ukrainians from over there on 17th Street, Atlanta Station.
Yeah.
It's a shame to me, but like I say, this is what's going on. To me, I feel like we are in a time where the racist whites, they see their power being kind of stripped, MJ, in America. So Ukrainians gonna come in, who they're gonna identify with white America.
Correct.
I don't care about their economic position. It's just like we could go about history. Look at when the Jews, the Holocaust, and this is true. And I'm not talking about the Jews, but when their power came because when they came over here to America, they identified with the white man. The whiteness helped them. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't their religion; it was their whiteness. And we'll continue to see that today when they allow these refugees to come in. It's racism all over, and we have to pay attention. They keep us fighting, but they know power is in numbers and power is in bloodline. So keep them fighting over the small racist stuff, but we're gonna continue to funnel in other white people to identify with the white people, so we continue to have the majority, bro.
Yeah.
And it's a crying shame, and we as Black people need to recognize it. That's why I think we as Black people, when we see things like this, we need to get our community together, stop with the gun violence in our community, stop killing each other, stop. We need to sit here and say, forget everyone else, and let's just concentrate on us. In this season, MJ, one thing about Black people, even with the SNAP was created in what, the 80s, 70s? What I'm saying is that Black people has always taken care of our community. We need to get back to that. We used to go to each other's homes and borrow ketchup and eggs and sugar and this and that. We care for each other. We remember that even in our generation.
Yeah.
So what's going on when we see things like this going on? We have to worry about ourselves. And I'm just not talking about just our immediate family, our community, MJ, our community. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because they care about it themselves. They got the power. They got the power to tell the Haitians to go back on the plane, but tell the African immigrants, the colonizers, to come over here. Come on, MJ. They got the power. So let's use our own power.
Yeah. Zay, what's happening? He said immigration has always been racist. And Rosemary said, amen. Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
You know.
So with the 7,500, now that he trying to let him in, only 7,500, you're saying that basically it's another way. And I asked Zay this, when he said immigration has always been racist, it's another way for them to divide, pretty much, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's another way for them to continue to stay in power, MJ.
Yeah.
They're going to go in their communities, learn their history and their structure. They're going to identify with why do you think when the Jews came over here, it was so easy for them to exploit black people through music and all that? The white man been doing it for hundreds of years, MJ.
Mm-hmm.
They realize what is gonna make the money, who gonna be stupid enough to buy into it, and that's who we're gonna exploit. Think about it. We can put on V103, Hot 97.5, all these different radio stations. We could talk about guns and killing each other. Think about it until we go in the studio and talk about guns and killing each other.
Right.
What if we got those same beats and rapped about killing animals? They won't play it.
Facts.
They won't play it. Do you get the same beat that's talking about the block shooting? Let it be against the cats and the dogs. It's the dogs blocking the cats trying to get on the block, and we talking about getting AKs and shooting the cats in their heads and this and that. They ain't gonna play it. So the Jews understood that when they came over here, we're gonna exploit black people because they are the money makers. Look, I'm not talking about nobody, but that's the truth.
Right.
They understood their whiteness. They identified with the white man and started doing the same thing the white man did to the black man coming out of slavery. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we fall for it. Then we get on the people that tell our own community, man, don't be talking about the black on black crime. Don't be talking about this. Keep your mind on Jim Crow. I got my mind on both. I got my eyes on both because both of them matters in my eyes. But right now, I'm starting to look at it. I ain't too much caring about Jim Crow so much because in my community, it's more violence that's affecting my kids, my family, more so than what Jim Crow was doing.
Mm-hmm.
In my time.
Yeah, in your time, right.
I'm talking about in my time, what I see now with my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always seeing someone I knew from school, kids got killed. Somebody beefing up at our high school. See, I stay in my community that I grew up in. Ellenwood, Conley, and Selma is two of the communities communities that I hold dear to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's talk about the things that are going on in our community that Jim Crow don't have no effect on, immediate effect. Now, if we're talking about supremacy, white supremacy, and all that, yeah. But I'm talking about morals, respect, upbringing. I'm talking about those things and respecting one another. They ain't got nothing to do with Jim Crow, MJ.
Facts. At 100.
So
Can't debate that. It's 100. Zay said all black and brown countries need a passport and visa to visit the United States. Most white and Asian countries can visit the United States with their passport.
That's right. Go to Europe. We don't need no visa.
That's facts, man.
Got to come over here. They
Zay, you said a lot there, man.
Yeah.
100%.
And see, he said something that's facts.
Right.
And
right.
so when we talk about racism, they just think we're just talking, but those are facts. Medellin and all them, the Mexican, you need a visa to come over here and stay over your visa and see what happens.
Right.
You could be a good tax-paying person and stay over your visa, and they coming for you. Coming for you.
That's crazy. That's real, man.
But we can go anywhere. Anywhere without it. You know, Jay?
Yeah, that's facts. That's fact. We go to the next topic. Unnatural born women being disrespected. We got a video with this one. Now, y'all know I can't pronounce the actor's name. He played on New York Undercover, but this was a little while ago. He was on the Breakfast Club and he said this. Let's check it out.
Saying is, for all of you cisgender women, naturally born women who think that trans women
not naturally born again. Not naturally born. Nothing about it is natural.
I told you I make mistakes.
Nothing about that is natural.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, for women, what's the language I should say?
Assigned female at birth.
Okay, so for women who are assigned female at birth and stick to that,
and for whom that is consistent with how they identify,
and for whom that's a lot of words. Who
stick with it?
Okay,
you are in a commitment for a stance. So
yes,
do the work.
Yes,
do the work.
Come on,
teach me. Say it again.
Do the work.
Do it again.
For whom?
For whom?
It's consistent with how they identify.
Okay, so for women who were assigned female at birth and it's consistent with how they identify.
That's right.
Right.
See, they got MJ. They got the wrong man up there. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, MJ. Ain't no way. Who's on that song? Ain't no way. Who's on that? Well, it ain't saying ain't no way, but it just that's the.
You must be talking about that Ty Tribbett song. No way.
Yeah, MJ.
Yeah.
MJ. For them to sit here and get that man, and that man said that he's learning. Ain't nothing to learn, bro. You are a man by birth. Now, you could choose to be who you want to be. I don't have to play those games with you. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes, natural born women are being disrespected, but this the issue that I have. We as men have tried to get in front of this and tell women stop appeasing to the LGBTQ community. I feel like if you are a gay man, you gay man or woman, you have your rights. You should not be harmed, this and that, regardless my religious belief, regardless how I feel. You should still be taken care of and not harmed because of hate. At the same time, to sit here and say that a man who was born a man and want us to say that he is born naturally a woman because his mind says he's a woman and I'm supposed to respect that, I am not respecting that. You are a man. You are a man and choose to be transgender. You are not a naturally born woman. And see, women need to start standing up against this craziness because they are actually going against women, MJ. They sit in the crowd with women. Women has literally helped the LGBTQ community move forward in this world because it was men that said, man, I ain't dealing with that. No. Walk like a man, talk like a man, be a man. You be a woman. But it was who, MJ? It was the woman, the natural born woman who stood in the gap for them, and now they going after them.
Yeah.
The disrespect for a man to think that he's a woman, ain't never had a period, ain't never buried a child, don't know how it feels. But just because your mind and told you a woman and you think that you are a natural born woman, that's so disrespectful to all our mothers, all our sisters and aunties and daughters. They are disrespectful and we need to stop this craziness. We need women to stand up to stop this craziness. It's ridiculous, MJ.
Yeah, 100% ridiculous.
And that man sitting up there talking about he need to learn. Learn what?
Yeah, Malik Yoba, I think it's some type of stance he was taking to try to not defend him, but learning and trying
ain't
to
learn. Telling you need some help.
Yeah.
What's wrong with MJ? When you schizophrenic, they call it a mental illness. When you bipolar, that's a mental illness. I'm here to say it. A man that's born a woman, a man that's born a man that's saying that he is a born woman, he has some type of mental imbalance. It's time for us to counsel me. I don't care. I don't care, MJ, because the truth got to be told. It got to be told. I don't care, MJ. At the end of the day, I want to die and I want to go to heaven and the truth has to be told. Any man in this world that's born a man, that's saying that he's a natural born woman and people need to identify him as that, is mentally ill. We need to start treating it as a mental ill conversation and not something that they identify and we got to accept. I'm sorry. I'm not going with it.
Yeah. I'll read what cisgender says because that's basically what they were saying. It's denoting or relating to a person whose gender identity corresponds with the sex registered for them at birth, not transgender.
Hold on, say that again.
Denoting or relating to a person whose gender identity corresponds with the sex registered for them at birth. So when the guys, hold on,
But he said naturally born.
Let me play.
Saying it, for all of you cisgender women, naturally born women who think that trans women
assigned, not naturally born. Again, not naturally born. There's nothing about it is natural.
I told you I make mistakes.
Nothing about that is natural.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, for women, what's the language I should say?
Assigned female at birth.
Okay, so for women who are assigned female at birth and stick to that,
and for whom that is consistent with how they identify,
and for whom that's a lot of words. Who
stick with it?
Okay,
you are in a commitment for a stance. So
yes,
do the work.
Yes,
do the work.
Come on,
teach me. Say it again.
Do the work.
Do it again.
For whom?
For whom?
It's consistent with how they identify.
Okay, so for women who were assigned female at birth and it's consistent with how they identify.
That's right.
Right.
So MJ, basically saying no one is naturally born nothing. It's what is assigned to them at birth. So because a doctor looked at a female and says that a female, I'm going to use the correct word, has a vagina.
Yeah.
They're naturally a woman, but they assign her as a woman. They saying it's nothing natural about that. So when the male is born and he has a penis, and they're saying that he's a natural born man, it's nothing natural. It's just a sign to him. You see this confusion? You see when we entertain the enemy, MJ, this is what happened. Confusion, bruh. It is a shame. I ain't identifying you like that. Fight me. You have to fight me. Hey, you have to fight me, MJ. For real. You might get ready to remember, we are the generation of Nuck If You Buck. Crime Ma. Went to school with what's up, Crime Ma. I love y'all. At the same time, you got to fight me, MJ. I'm not identifying you as that. I ain't doing it.
Hey, man, listen, man.
Shoot, it's a crime shame. We done allowed the enemy it's just straight confusion, MJ. A sign, MJ.
Listen, man. This is the problem. Now people see. Let's really break down what's happening. That's because I see a lot of people's posting Aretha Franklin and natural woman. You make me feel like a natural woman. Remember that song?
Mm-hmm.
This is what's happening, bro. They think womanhood is a costume.
That's right.
This is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So we already know through history, the black woman has always been, even nowadays, all women want to be like black women.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just call it what it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The other nationalities get the BBLs.
Mm-hmm.
They get their hips done like who? The black woman.
Mm-hmm.
They get their lips done like who?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
The black woman. Let's just call it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
What has happened is the woman is so amazing that now they look at womanhood as a costume and they feel like womanhood is the definition of it is how you look more than who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So now they feel like a woman, if you have hair, makeup, and everything else, now that you are a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because the woman's really so revolutionary that it's like it's nothing like you can't explain the woman.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. So they feel like if I do enough makeup, wear enough heels, wear enough dresses, no matter how I look, I am a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So now we start talking about naturally born women.
Mm-hmm.
That is God. You can't overturn what God has done. Like Rose Martin said, that's right. What God has made you, period.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is what you just said. Women are the ones who allowed this.
Oh, man.
They have allowed it.
Still their identity.
And it's gotten too far.
Gone too far.
You now cisgender is in, you can Google this.
That's crazy.
Who you identify with, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Who you identify with?
MJ, I had a sermon years ago, and I'm gonna preach it again. It's called the pop-ups. The pop-ups. The word talks about what a man thinketh, not what a thought. And I went from a lot of things, we have thoughts that come up in our head. But the pop-ups, those are pop-ups. And I came from where is your virus protection? Your virus protection is the word of God. We don't have this virus protection because what we're doing, we entertaining pop-ups, and it's becoming what we thinking, and what we thinking is who we become. Instead of saying the pop-ups in my head, that is of the enemy, I rebuke that. We're entertaining it, and it's causing so much confusion. And remember, whatever the mind goes, the body follows.
Exactly.
Now, even when I read the word, when we talk about God knew such a time was going to come when he tells the woman not to wear as much makeup. Because now, if you look at transgender and you look at when women put on the makeup, sometimes you can't even tell the difference. But guess what? Without the face, when you don't put on the face, you can tell who is natural woman, who's natural. You get what I'm saying? That word be real, bro. That word is real.
Yeah.
God knew such a time that men was going to identify with women and try to look like women, but they hide behind the cosmetics of the things that we have created and called it beauty. But once we as people stop glorifying and stop looking at those things as beauty and loving the natural look of a woman, no one can hide and fool you. It's time for us as people to stand up, MJ, and stop entertaining them. They shouldn't even be on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, and I think natural women are also getting disrespected by women. Natural born women are also getting disrespected by women. They're disrespecting themselves because, like you said, they're allowing them. Let me read what Zay said. Zay said, but our women are putting blonde wigs on their head. These Negroes are their friends. I guess he's saying the black women are putting blonde wigs on their head.
Yeah.
So they're trying to be like, you know.
It's just like this. Think about it. When Kim Kardashian wore the micro braids, they made it such a big thing. Y'all forget it, Poetic Justice with Janet Jackson. You get what I'm saying? Women don't even know, but we so busy trying to look like them, and then they taking our culture and reinventing it and making it seem like they're originators.
Facts, man. It go all the way back. Yeah, women, natural women are definitely being disrespected. We can't even lie about that. Everywhere you turn around, man, it's ridiculous. And what Malik Yoba did, I'm like, come on, bro, you could have.
He a simp. He a simp.
You could. I got to look up what he was trying to stand on because there was a reason why he was there.
I ain't gonna call him a simp. I want the whole interview. I gotta have but from what man we got the MJ. We as black MJ. Let me tell you something. We as black men got to stand on business, bro. What they're doing, they trying to. If you see it, they trying to make it. They don't put the strong black man up. They would never, because think about it, MJ. When you go back in time, and go to George Washington Carver, and you go back to Booker T. Washington, you go back to Wade Du Bois, you go back to F.D. Reese and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. When you put black men and black men that stand on business up front, everybody get on code. So what you got to do now, you got to go to these Negroes who when we said they're gonna cater to them, they're gonna kiki with them. But when you get a black man who stand on business and say, my community ain't standing for that, when we gonna do that? We got preachers in the pulpit who in the firm with them, who done said it's okay. You done read the word of God, but then you say it's all right. Like I don't get it. We and this is why the black community, I'm talking about my community right now. This is why we can't get nowhere, because our men in position are not standing on business because they're scared to get canceled. Man, forget counsel. Man, they said Chris Brown was canceled. Man, he's selling out stadiums. You can't cancel me because I never signed a paper to be a part of your program. So let's start worrying about being canceled. And these black men who stand on business, let's stand on business and say our community ain't having that. You're not gonna disrespect our women. You're not gonna disrespect our kids and corrupt our kids' mind with your mental illness mindset.
Yeah.
Go get on some medicine to help you. Or sit up under some real men to be held accountable so we can get you back aligned. Do that instead of entertaining your flesh. Shoot, man, that gets on my nerves, MJ. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That gets my goat.
You get to going. Listen, you get to going. It is what it is. But yeah, you're 100% right, man. It definitely needs to be a change. It definitely needs to be a swing of things because it's getting out of hand. You know, anytime get an inch, they take a mile. Because I even seen not too long ago where they had kids. They had I want to say they had a drag queen in the school read books to children.
Crazy, MJ.
Something like that, man.
That is a learned, MJ. Let me tell you something. Don't get me wrong. Let's be honest. We can go deeper. A lot of the that started. A lot of kids were molested, MJ. It's a lot of things we were quiet about in our homes that help fuel that.
Yeah.
And a lot of it today is a learned situation, just like racism is learned when they put the Ku Klux Klan capes and stuff on kids. Racism is a learned behavior. Now we went from allowing it to pop up in certain people's mind. Now we've made it corporately something we're teaching and we're trying to develop a mindset now. That's mass. We talk about cars created, Mercedes created the first car, but Henry Ford created the first mass production car. Now we create an assembly line to have mass production of this mindset of thinking. And it's just not right.
Right.
That's just what it is. It's not right.
100%. 100%. Yeah, we definitely got to do something about it. And our women are being they're the one that's being targeted in all this mess, man. So we definitely got to do something. Yeah, natural women are being disrespected. Just not on that level, but a few levels. So we definitely got to get back to it. I guess we can lighten it up with the last topic. Now, the last topic is How Soon is Too Soon by Teddy Pendergrass. How Soon is Too Soon by Teddy Pendergrass. Now, y'all know, I know y'all know one of his staple songs, Come Go With Me. We're going to read a few of the lyrics here. Teddy was talking though. I got to give it to Teddy. Let me take this banner down. So how soon is too soon? That's the question. Teddy said, "Come go with me, come over my place." He said, "I don't feel like being lonely tonight." Come on, Teddy. You see, I want some company. He said, "And you look like you're just my type. You're the kind whose spirits are running free." Now, Teddy said, "Let's take a sip of some cold wine and dance to the music nice and slow. And you won't be under any kind of pressure. You see, we just let the evening flow. Come go with me. Come on over to my place." We'll stop it right there. We got more lyrics, but you know what? Let me read the last one. Teddy also said, he set it up. Now let's sit by a cozy lit fire and we can be each other's company. You know how good that sound to you, you see, because it sounds so good to me. Now watch how Teddy persuading her. My car's right outside now. Ain't a long walk. It's right there. We can leave right now. That's if you're ready to go. That's if you're ready to go. He also said, and I know you're just meeting me. You see, I understand it. I understand that you say no, but baby, don't do it. So the question is on the table. How soon is too soon? Now, you know, with Steve Harvey, I can't remember when he came out with his book. It was a 90-day rule or something like that. Something like that. But see, in this song, Come Go With Me, Come Over to My Place, they were just meeting. Now, Teddy, they met at the bar at the club or something. He trying to persuade her. So the question is, I don't know Alan's take on this because, you know, he's a man of the cloth. So how soon is too soon? That's the question.
Are you gonna go first?
No, you go ahead.
Well, MJ, my stands.
I got him backed up against the wall, man.
I would say this. See, I want you to say your take because yours might be soft. My mine might be a little bit more accountability. So I want you to let the people laugh. So give yours first. Because I'm gonna bring accountability with mine. So go. I don't want to mess up the flow. So keep it flowing. So you do yours.
Okay, so let me read Tori first. Tori says, so basically in the beginning, he called her a garden tool. Then he tried to be slick and clean it up with the smooth melody. If we're going by this song, see, I'll be honest, I have a difference. I think women and men should move different ways. I'm not gonna even go biblical with it, or the accountability part. Let me keep it the way y'all know how I like to keep it. I think women and men should move in different ways. Now, I wouldn't suggest nobody do a one night stand, either gender. But I will say for women, I would say too soon is anywhere between 30 days, maybe 2 months. I would say that's too soon. Only because, not saying that this particularly will happen to you specifically, but women, you got to understand there's consequences to it. So the quicker you move, then the likelihood of your value going down. So women, you got to hold it as long as they can. In the rules of the game, and I might get criticized, but men play by different rules. Moving too soon don't hurt us as much as it hurts women. It don't hurt us much.
That can be debatable.
That can't be debated.
It's debatable.
Not when you're talking about the 3-letter word, the SCX word.
I don't know. It's debatable.
Because I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna let you go.
We can start there and get some context.
Wait, I'm because I'm gonna say this, and if the women on here agree or disagree, and I'm not saying it's all, I'm talking in majority terms. For a woman to sleep with a man, majority of the time, and I'm gonna say 9 out of 10, big majority, she likes him.
Well, you just scratching the surface. I'm looking a little bit more for.
No, what I'm saying.
You're
what
right.
I'm saying,
on that surface. You're right.
As a woman, when you move too soon, that's why I say it hurts them more, because majority of the time they have feelings involved when you cross that threshold. A lot of the times, a man don't have feelings involved when you cross that threshold. It's a whole different. We playing the same game.
I think the feelings are just not as deep. It's not as deep. It's feelings involved.
It can be lustful feelings, but I'm talking about
the feelings still at the end.
No, a lustful feeling.
It's still feelings.
But for a woman,
yeah, she done looked at him and saying, "Man, this is my husband, this, that, and that." Boyfriend. So I understand what you're saying, but the man still has feelings. It's just that his feelings is not so deep that he can't bag out of it mentally.
What if you'll say that?
You know what I'm saying? But I think he still has feelings. I ain't gonna say that.
It can, but I'm saying the feelings can be physical only, lustful feelings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not a love. It's a feeling of lust that I'm saying his feelings are not so deep that he can't bag out of his feelings and not continue to like
to lust.
Yeah,
right. The majority of the time, if a woman sleep with you, she likes something. It's just not physical.
But what was the question though?
How soon is too soon? So I'm saying for women,
okay,
if you do 59 days or under, even 2 months should be the minimum. And to me, that's still too soon.
Okay.
For a man,
okay,
man, you don't need to be sleeping with none under 30 days. I'm just being honest. You don't need to be sleeping with none under 30 days. But I don't care how the liquor flowing. I don't care if you set it up like Teddy. Because see, now Teddy, if you listen to the song, Teddy persuaded at the end.
He persuaded.
He grabbed the coat and she said she gonna sit for a little while.
Yeah, he got her once she entertained.
Yeah, he got one because he set it up nice. So I'm gonna say that. I'll say that. And we talking about grown people now. We talking about grown.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go a little deeper, and I'm gonna make this conversation a little bit more deeper than what most will probably want. I think men. Well, what's the question again? How soon?
It's too soon.
I think men. I think too soon is anything before marriage. Yep, I'm finna go there. And MJ, I've never had this. And MJ, I'm being honest with you. Life has taught me different. Experience, what I've seen, experienced, has made me come to that conclusion that the word is true. And what I mean by that, we have a lot of single parents out here because people have moved too soon. We have a lot of dysfunction in our community because men and women has moved too soon. We have used sex as a recreational single soaring royal oats thing instead of a commitment marriage foundational structure thing. And I feel like it's a lot of men who move too soon on the front end. Then they realize she crazy, she got a baby, she done got you caught up. Now you caught for 18 years, you got to pay this child support. Then you get married again. What I'm saying is, what I'm saying now as a man that's 40 with some gray hair,
Okay.
I'm looking at things differently now. Those songs that Teddy Pendergrass, Marvin Gaye, all those men made, those are great songs, man, that shows our creativity as artists and Black people, because those songs they made cross racial barriers. You know, we can go in places, but they'll have our artists come in because it's like, I got to get what they have. What I'm saying, exercising what those lyrics said in our community sometimes has come back and bit us in our behind that we weren't ready to cash, a check that we weren't ready to cash, MJ. Marriage. And I think because I saw a poll on Instagram the other day. It says that people now, 67% of people who once said they want a divorce because of what's going on financially, they have decided to work on their relationships and work on each other and stay together. What I'm saying is, if we wait and make sure the person I'm saying, come over here with me, you come with me, but we're going to make sure that I see some things about you, learn some things about you, because I know if I sleep with you, it's going to bring out the worst in you. So I need to build this relationship with you, this understanding with you, this commitment with you, this security with you, because I know once I lay down with you, you are all in. You've given me your body. So now everything that I do is going to affect you, MJ. We as men has taken advantage of that with women. And then we'll turn around. Yeah, I'm saying it. I'm saying it. You could disagree with me. We as a whole know that once, and MJ, it's the truth. This accountability for my mindset too. Once we take it to that level, now don't get me wrong, you got some different mind women these days. I'm being real. It ain't the same back in the day. But you got some outliers now. But what I'm saying is, for the most part, is that once a woman give that to you, the craziness gonna come out. She's giving you she's giving you the most valuable thing she has. We don't look at our private part as valuable, MJ. We look at it as something that takes care of a feeling that I have to get off. A woman looks at what's between her legs as valuable. Let's be honest with the conversation, MJ. That's why I said the conversation will go deeper. That's why I want you to explain yourself first before I got to mine. What she has, she looks as valuable. What I look at as taking care of feelings. That's why even in the word, God allowed concubines to allow for us to replenish the earth, because he knew we could just get off in this and that. But a woman, she's giving something. It's for her to let a baby grow in her. She's allowing you to give her your seed, her You're something that comes out of you. She's getting it. She's nurturing it. She's spending time with it. She's rubbing her stomach. She's talking to it. It was all, and she's building a relationship because she feels like what I have between my legs is valuable, and it builds growth. While we just going out there, oh shoot, I'm finna get this, I'm finna get that, I'm finna get this. So then what happens is, since she gave us something valuable, then we don't act right. Now she crazy. Well, me as a man now to understand why she might be crazy, because I gave you what was most valuable to me. I have nothing more valuable. Nothing. You took it and misused it. Okay? You took it and misused it. Now my value is gone because I only get one shot. We talked about back in the day, I hope we got no kids watching, but popping the cherry. Men thought that, guess what? I'm the one because I popped the cherry. So that lets you know that it's valuable. But she only get one cherry, but we can go pop hundreds of them. So that's why I'm saying to you now, looking at it, 40 years old with some gray hair, we as men got to stand up and say, you know what? I'm not going to take it there until I know this is a woman that I'm ready to go down the aisle with.
Okay, now wait. You changing your stance now.
Yeah.
You changing your stance.
I'm ready to go down there. No. What I'm saying is, on your wedding night, what I'm saying, automatically you're going to think, yeah, I can do it now. But when you're married, I'm saying married. That's what I want my young people to know when they're married. Grow sexually with your spouse. Grow sexually with your spouse. Don't listen to these songs and get you caught up.
Wait.
That's just the truth, MJ.
Alan, wait. I'm listen, that's why I was quiet. That's why I was quiet. I'm respecting your stance. I'm respecting your stance.
I appreciate it.
I'm just asking.
Okay.
This is for men and women.
Huh? I'm talking to the men.
So I'm saying men and women should wait till they're married.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they should. I'm saying when I look at
do men, let's just be honest, the men that wait till they're married, I need to do some research.
Yeah,
because
I'm
just saying, we all know the men that wait, and everyone's going to be on your side in this because it's biblical, right? They're going to be on your side. What I'm saying is the boys and the men that we know that wait till they're married, are they lacking anything else?
What you mean?
Do they miss? We can talk about the biblical side.
I understand what you're saying. Men but women help build other things in their life that they need. That was just trying to say.
Socially.
Well, conquering like entrepreneurship and being rejected and those
all aspects. Of that, bro.
I understand that. It's a catch-22. And I don't have all the answers, MJ. I don't. And I'm willing. And that's a good. That's me showing my vulnerability.
Because let's be honest. Let's be honest, because all the women that's saying, yeah, you're right, blah, blah, blah. Do women really respect men that are virgins? Are those the guys that they really are checking for?
No, it's not.
So okay,
what I'm saying, so it has, what I'm saying is this. Somebody got to be the leader. I understand what you're saying. I feel like most women today don't respect virgins. They look at he a simp, he might be gay, there's so many things that comes out their mouth when they hear that. I agree with you. At the same time, we got to learn to teach our sons, don't worry about that part, because it's some women out there who gonna respect you for that. It's some women out there that look at you that says that man has self-control, that man has character.
No, they don't.
I'm saying, MJ, we might not know them. It is some out there.
What?
What I'm saying is,
yo, what planet are you on, bro?
I'm on Earth. Last time I checked, I was on Earth. I get what you're saying, MJ. Social media would tell us it's not. It would.
What you mean? Social media, real life would tell us it's not,
MJ,
bro.
I believe it's some women out there. I believe is women out there that respects a man who values and holding himself into marriage. If it's not, this is a conversation that I would love to have, and I would like for women like Charlene, Kim, Mama, and to start having with young women. Learn to value a man. Listen, the conversation has to start somewhere, bro. The mindset change has to come somewhere. The growth has to come somewhere.
So do you start with the women or the men?
We start with both. We start with our boys. They start with the girls, and then we come together and have a corporate conversation. We start with our boys and how we raise our boys. They have those conversations with their daughters. Then we have those conversations together. This is how we build. This is community. This is how you build structure. This is how you have some type of you fix the problem. The conversation has to start. Don't get me wrong. When we start the conversation, most will laugh, MJ. Most will laugh and say that's something that you can't conquer.
It's gonna be the women laughing louder.
Yeah, that's cool. But guess what? Frederick Douglass said this: it is better to upraise children than try to fix broken men. It's gonna be a generation like the Israelites who walked around the wilderness that couldn't go into the promised land because of their mindset. It's gonna be people that we're gonna lose. It's gonna be generations that we're gonna lose, and they're not gonna experience it because of their mindset. We can't worry about those mindsets.
But let me ask you a question. Because this can go all day.
This is a good conversation, LJ.
No, it is. So when you have the natural as a boy, the natural urges. We on the YouTube waves, but you know the natural. You know, because if you had came up here and said, how soon is too soon? Any age before 25 is too soon. I might ride with you.
But you could do you can mess up yourself from 25 to 28.
I know, bro.
Woman.
I know. But Alan, come on now.
Age, bro.
Wait. Come on now.
It's not an age.
If you met a man that's 35, 40, come on now.
I've heard men say that, and the first thing went in my mind, that was the immaturity in me. There's something wrong with him. Don't get me wrong. I understand why people say that. At the same time, I'm just telling you what I see in our generation. My stance is, my stance can be wrong because even in the word, they got married so young. So I'm gonna recognize that too. What I'm saying is that what I've recognized is that the reason that we as a community fall short because we don't value marriage anymore. We don't. And a lot of dysfunction in our community has come from people simply, MJ.
Even when they get Alan, do you know how many people when they get married, they still be out there doing stuff?
And listen, I agree. What, MJ? I'm not disagreeing with you.
This is. I'll say this. This the only spot I disagree.
Okay.
I hear what you're saying when your total stance with marriage because it protects you more. You're growing more with your spouse. I get that. I really understand that. What I'm saying is, marriage is not the automatic fixer.
It's not.
It has to be. It has to be something else to say besides marriage. So that's why I said if you put an age on it, because I'm not gonna say marriage because okay, if you get married at 18, or if you get married at 30, you get married at 45.
I got an answer for that.
Let me hear it.
I'm just going by what I've been taught and the things that I feel like the Holy Spirit has given me.
Okay.
The late great Bishop Don Thomas told me something that sticks with me today. And I ain't perfect. But he said, Alan, it's some things you got to be fathered in. It's some young men that want to be married, that gets married, even if after they marry, they step out. What I'm saying is that we as wise individuals, the people who've learned from our mistakes, or the older generation, people like me, you, then you got my dad, and you got Mr. John, the older men, we got to start being more involved in these young men who's trying to be successful. Because it might be some men we know who stepped out that can tell you, hey, look, home, don't do that. You're gonna bring more problems. What I'm saying is we got to build a correlation, man.
And you're right. I just disagree with your answer.
Well, I understand.
I feel like if we put more up, because I'm saying this, because how many married men are dogs, bro? Because hear what I'm saying. Just hear me out. What I'm saying is everything you're saying is right? But then we're gonna have men getting married and making these women's lives miserable just for a title.
I never said get married young. I never said that.
You saying marriage. You didn't, but that's what you're saying. So you're gonna have to stand on that.
Yeah, I'm standing on
it. So now we're gonna have men popping the question quick, knowing they're not ready, making women's lives miserable.
But you're missing, MJ, you're missing the point. I'm talking about a man who's still, listen, I'm talking about a man who's learning at a young age to stand on values and not be so much physically controlled. So that man is more prepared to go into marriage and be faithful than a man who just want to get married because he think it's right and has not prepared himself.
But that's not what you saying. That's not, you said marriage.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying to you, MJ. I guess I don't have enough time to talk about the whole totality on what I see. What I'm talking about is men being a part of man's life. And men tend to not talk about our mistakes in marriage. I'm not gonna say in marriage. We don't talk about our vulnerabilities. We don't amongst each other. We're starting to do that. I'm just talking about, I know we do it. I'm just saying as a whole. I know me, you, our daddy, Demetrius, Miss John, I know we do it as men, but our circle is not like most men's circle.
Right.
What I'm saying is this, I think, but most men, those conversations that what we talk about, those conversations when we was coming up, we didn't hear these conversations amongst men. So what I'm saying is it's going to become a time that AJ, Nathan, Jalen needs to be pulled in to those conversations as young men, because we weren't pulled into those conversations that will help them see the roadblocks. I'm not saying they're going to always be successful, MJ, but it will help them make better decisions when roadblocks come up or situations come up, that they could be successful and not make those mistakes. That's all I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying, but when you said marriage, this is what I'm saying, and this is what I'll say. The caveat.
Okay.
I would say, because a married man at 8, okay, our daddy got married. He got married in June.
I didn't put an age on marriage. I never said he was 18.
You said marriage.
I said marriage.
It's my stance.
Okay.
Daddy got married. He turned what? 18, 19 in May, got married in June, had me in July.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen to what I'm saying. Why I say I will put an age on it? Because a lot of us men, we get to the point where whether we're married, single, fiance, or whatever, we almost go through the same things. Let's just say that hypothetically the age is 25. So at 18 years old, you're saying marriage, but we know that men getting married young has done more damage, especially in them early years, to their spouse, to them. They haven't grown yet. They think they're ready to get married. They're not.
But can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question before you go on?
Yeah.
Is it that, and I want your honest opinion, Is it the things that we experience, the different women that you experience before marriage? Then when you get married, let me finish now. I'm coming with something.
Go ahead.
That I wanted to be a thinking point that men tend to do. That the different women that soul ties and the different people, even at 18, the sexually that you have experienced. Do you think that man brings all those experience to that bedroom, and then when his wife may not be at that level yet, and because she's not, he tends to physically look in other areas to supply, because most of it is physically, to supply those physical desires.
No,
because most men cheat on physical desires, MJ.
Yes, but watch this.
Okay.
Wait, watch this.
Okay.
That can be true, right?
That's right.
But let's be honest. The reason that they are cheating, they're not ready, is not because of marriage. Marriage don't protect you from that. Because even in marriage, we still go search for different things. Even if we get married at 18, most men, let's just use from 18 to 28.
Who we talking? Are we talking about an 18-year-old virgin? Or we talking about I want us to do
because even Alan,
Okay.
Even 18-year-old virgins,
MJ.
once they get it, let's be honest,
MJ,
their mind.
No, go ahead.
Their mind goes to a different level, even if they get married at 18.
I'm gonna be honest.
Go ahead.
We got to stop our young boys watching porn. We got to stop. What I'm saying, listen to me, bro. This is an honest conversation from two black men.
Correct.
We glorify a lot of times the dysfunction, and it's the catalyst of why our men are unsuccessful in their marriage when it comes to physical. I think most men, anything besides physical that goes on in marriage, most men can handle. They can handle trying to deal with the emotions of a woman. They can handle everything that gets thrown at them. What I'm saying is to you is that the things that we have allowed young men to just say grow in, the porn, the different things that stimulates the mind.
But men don't push porn on their boys.
We don't stop it. But
here, this is what I'm saying.
I'm talking about a young man that 18 years old, if 18, 20, whatever, virgin, have not experienced a woman and has not been so sexualized with the visuals that we have in our community. In the proper mentorship from men who are imperfect, that can continue to hold his hand, I believe that man can go into marriage and be faithful and not have the struggles. Hear me out. And not have the struggles of a lot of men of today, because he has not been compromised or influenced by the other distractions. Soul ties are real.
So let me ask you this then.
Okay.
If that's your stance,
okay,
before porn was created, men in the 20s, Alan, let me finish. Hear me out. Because I think you're putting too much weight on past experiences and not because
that's strong.
Wait, let me finish. Because we as men, we grow into who we are. Past experiences, yes, has a part in it. Because just hear what I'm saying. Before the porn industry was big, so give me the reasons why a great granddaddy was cheating on their wife when they got married young. Give me the reason then, before all of this overly sexualized.
Let me tell you what happened. It was it wasn't Sean upon. It wasn't other men saying, "Hey man,
wait, Alan, wait. So this is what I'm saying. You're proving my point. What I'm saying, it's more of it's almost a natural evolution of boys. When you like that girl in 2nd grade and 3rd grade,
that's right.
You look at it and she's pretty.
That's right.
You have certain urges. What I'm saying.
True.
So what I'm saying, Just like Rosemar says in the music, it is. All of it plays a part. And what I'm saying, I disagree with the final analysis of you saying marriage is, because marriage, when you said that marriage is the fixer of this.
I didn't say marriage. I said men need to stop and not indulge in those things until they're ready to get married. I'm saying don't stop, don't be sexually active, do those things until you marry, MJ. That's what I'm saying. Now you could be ready at 18 or you could be ready at 30.
So they shouldn't.
But know your limits. No, hey man, I might can't go and rub a thigh. I might can't go and hug my girl and feel this way. What I'm saying is because I look at a lot of men, a lot of our decisions on the women that we've dated or decide to have kids with has come back and bit us in our behind, and it's caused so much dysfunction. What I'm saying is that
I don't think it's past women though, bro.
What you mean it's past women? What you mean?
The mistakes. I'll use me for an example. I had Zari out of wedlock, Jalen out of whatever. My past experience, my past women or whatever the case before them, wasn't the big percentage of that. It had a small percentage to do with. But what I'm saying, I think what you're basically saying is stop the natural, not stop the natural evolution, but you're saying you can't rub a thigh. You can't.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying know your limits.
You don't know did you know your limits?
No, I know my list. That's what I'm saying. But you won't have it. This is what I'm saying. That's why I said this is what I'm saying to you. That's why I said father. That's why I said mentorship. We have to bring our kids. See, when we were coming up, the conversation that we have now, we want a part of.
If you want to be a mentor, you also got to be 100%.
And I'm gonna be 100%.
Wait, and then you got to be 100% real to know.
What I'm saying, MJ,
bro,
it's right here.
We can end it, but I think when you say how soon too soon, they should restrain from natural things until marriage.
Okay, MJ, I know.
Don't change your stance. I'm putting an age on it. I'm saying 25.
What I'm saying is this: I'm putting a hard line on it. Sometimes we don't reach that hard line. I'm putting a hard line, a goal, and that goal might not be feasible to reach. But what I'm saying, I'm trying to find a way that we can fix our community, and this is just one area that 25. I see that I see that needs adjustments.
25.
So you can say 25. I'm saying that I see that the decisions that we make with this sexual activity and these kids, and because when you have sex, it don't mean that you're gonna have kids, but it's a lot of kids created from sex.
Of course.
There's a lot of kids created out of wedlock, and there's a lot of dysfunction. We had a conversation on the podcast about child support and the government and your child support, and this not fair, and legitimate, and a child being legitimized and stuff. These conversations wouldn't be so prevalent if we as people put some type of structure within ourselves and hold each other accountable. And maybe if I created a more of an atmosphere that the center of my mindset was that this is my family, and I got kids over here, over there, and this woman mad at me, this and that, or this man, he messing with all the women in the neighborhood, and women still messing with the same man, impregnate everybody like Future and all that. What I'm saying, if we start valuing the just that part of marriage and holding myself, or at least some of myself, for my wife or my husband, then if my community may reflect better if I was being proactive and not reactive.
I agree with everything.
That's all I'm saying. So my hard stance on it, like you said, I'm biblical, I'm a minister. So I gotta have this hard stance on it to say, look, MJ, I understand we human. I'm not judging nobody who does.
I'm not saying you are.
I'm just saying, all I'm saying, let's put a hard line on it to bring some type of accountability and say, look, this is an issue.
No, listen.
You start tackling this issue.
Listen, you know I know it's an issue. What I'm saying is I think marriage, this is what I'm saying. I think then people will start using, especially us men, let's keep it 1,000.
Okay.
Because I really think if you, I think it how our community is right now, I think if you have more of an age thing, because look at when most of us that's having kids out of wedlock, it's before, especially men, it's before the age of 25. Because now if you get him from 18 to 25, he can go through college, he can get his business, he can kind of develop and know what he want to do. So then naturally, a lot of the times we make better decisions. What I'm saying is, what I'm scared is if you put marriage on it, then these people that's getting married at 18.
So you telling me we need to start holding kids accountable between 17 and 25. So you telling me it's 25 is when the mind develops better.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, so more of our concentration should be, look, save yourself. Don't give yourself to everybody. Don't between those ages, because those mistakes can come back and bite you.
I would co-sign to that.
Yeah, but I got to go with the word.
Okay, I hear you.
I'm saying, but at the same time, even though I go with the word, I hear you. I'm just saying the word is a good hard line to bring some type of accountability and some type of understanding what needs to be fixed.
But
you get what I'm saying?
No, you're right. But
I don't think now I'm not going to be a Pharisee with the word and be judgmental.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not finna do that. I'm just saying this the goal. But guess what? We all fall short of it. At the same time, don't spiral so far down that it brings so much turmoil and dysfunction to your life.
100%. I'm in agreement. I'm just saying, I think with nowadays, if we'll get more bees with honey. If you put more of an age on it instead of marriage, with how society is now, I think you'll get more bees with honey, because I think the age means no matter your marital status.
Yeah.
I
understand that.
You know what I'm saying? Get a certain age. But if you're saying,
I was just saying marriage.
Then the cat gonna be dropping to one knee with a ring pop at 17 years old. And then we know from 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, he gonna take that woman through hell.
Now that's true.
That's when most of them do.
That's true. So what I'm saying is, this is the conversation that we need to be bringing our young brothers and sisters.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be 30-some years old having this conversation. This is something that need to be happening at 17, 18, 19, 20. Right. They can say, oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, man. So I love the song Teddy Pendergrass, one of the great.
Nice song.
I wish everything would have went through that Tyrese did him in the movie, because I know that was the theme, man. I think Tyrese would have done a great job in Teddy Pendergrass. Yeah. You know, I think that's, because he's a singer, he has the passionate voice like Ted. I would love to see that come to fruition. At the same time, Teddy, he get
Yeah, look, hey, we definitely went over about 25 minutes, so we appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody that's still hanging on with us, we appreciate y'all and joining in the comments. Listen, we'll be back next Thursday. Y'all know what time it is, the holiday season coming up. Take everything First Notes Kimberly Reese said. Please take that into your hearts and your mind, because we already know this around the time where we really go in, and then what happens in January, we make all these New Year's resolutions. So we appreciate that. Anything else, bro? Or that's it?
Tell them folk to come to the tour.
Oh yeah, come to the tour. 12 o'clock tomorrow if you're in Selma.
Yeah, come on to the tour. I'll be at the house. And like I said, I love the Confederacy. I love all those mindsets, and I welcome you to come. And you know what? Before we go, I always, and people think I just be so gung-ho on black, white. I have a good teaching point about Selma that is very that I think the world should see. When I pick up that, I have a picture of the inaugural first Black city council with the whites, and Joe T. Smitherman is standing there, and I have F.D. Reese right there, and I tell everybody to come to the tour. Joe T. was the same man that was the mayor when they were beating Dr. King, my grandfather and them in Selma, for the right to vote. But he and F.D. Reese did great, and the other members of the city council did great things together as far as government in the city. And I think it's a great teaching point. So I love to share that with my black folks and my white folks. So come to the tour and get a lesson, man. Ain't nothing wrong. Take an hour and a half out your day and get a lesson.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we see y'all. See y'all next week. Appreciate it.
The lineage.